I deleted the game I've been working on for the last 5 years, and honestly, it might have been the best decision I've ever made. In this video, I'm going to tell you why I hit the reset button on half a decade of work. What's up, what's good, what's happening? My name is Arn. I'm the solo developer of a game called Yours Truly, a deeply personal game about finding oneself, and a surreal journey through a strange world called In Between, that is found between life and death. Starting from scratch wasn't a failure, it was a breakthrough I didn't know I needed. Originally, the version I deleted was a platformer, a solid foundation with some cool mechanics. But more importantly, it was a story about Liam, just a regular guy with a regular job, a regular routine, and overall a regular life. It's a lot of regulars. And from the outside, he has what other people would call success. A stable career, a good paycheck, hobbies, vacations, and a sense of security. And since he was young, he took all the good advice that was given to him. He got good grades, he went to college, he got a practical degree, and now he's very good at his job. But somehow, he feels like something is missing. Something feels off, like there's a quiet emptiness growing in him. Like he's living someone else's life and he's just going through the motions. I don't know if you relate, but Liam spends a lot of night just lying awake, thinking about things, asking himself what happened. Why does this feel wrong? Then one night, while going through an old box, he found a letter from his late parents written before they passed. A reminder of how life was for him and a reminder of who he used to be. And suddenly he remembers all the promises he made, the dreams he left behind. His parents would ask him what he wanted to be, and he would tell them that he wanted to be a music teacher, a quirky vet with a mustache and too many pets, a paleontologist digging for history. But his mom and dad would always say, as long as you're happy, we're proud of you and we're happy for you. But now he doesn't even recognize himself. He has drifted from that joy, that imagination, and that truth. He's become a machine on autopilot and his world has turned gray. And his heart feels heavy. Then one morning, on his way to work, while occupied with overthinking, Liam doesn't see a car coming. And as you can imagine, he got hit. And from then on, everything changed. He wakes up in a place called In Between, a world suspended between the physical and the spiritual, where the living dream and the dead passes on. And it's here, in this strange place, this liminal world, that Liam begins to remember who he really is. It's honestly a concept that I love. A game about saving yourself from yourself, because let's be honest, more often than not, it's not the world that needs to be saved, it's usually us. And there are no heroes coming to save us, because we're the hero that needs to show up for ourselves. So why start over? Because to be honest, the version that I had didn't live up to the story I wanted to tell. At least not anymore. I wasn't confident to show the world my game because I wasn't sure if it was good. It wasn't because I didn't believe in it. It was because I was growing. While I was making Yours Truly, I was working on other games, and I was learning more, and I was getting better. And every time I look at my own project, I can see how I can improve things. But the thing is, rebuilding the existing project would have been cumbersome, would have been clunky. And I realized that starting over would have been a lot easier. And it would have given me a clean canvas to work with and finally get it right. So 2 weeks ago, I made a call to start from scratch, to scrap the old project. And even in just 2 weeks, I know it was the right move. Also, part of why I started over wasn't just a creative issue. It was also strategic. I wanted to document the full project, to share the rebuild, to show the upgrades, the new mechanics, and the lesson I learned. But anyways, let me show you what I've done in the past 2 weeks. This is my 2-week progress of recreating a game I've been working on for 5 years. So first, I gave Liam a makeover, a fresh look, a new vibe, that subtle main character energy. Then I cleaned up the movement, making it smoother, snappier, and it finally feels good to play. Next, I built the first area of the level, and I added elevation so that I can take advantage of the new climbing mechanic. I also improved the lighting because good lighting not only hides a lot of flaws, but it also adds a level of quality. Finally, I added sound to Liam's animations. So here's what I've got so far after 2 weeks of working on this every single day. It's far from done, but it's finally starting to feel like it's all coming together. So if you're curious about the process of making a game from scratch, or if you've ever felt stuck in life and you resonate with the story, with Liam, or even me as a creative, and my own story, you're going to want to stick around, because Yours Truly isn't just Liam's story. It might be yours too. Anyways, thank you for watching. Subscribe, like, comment. I would really appreciate it. See you in the next video.